Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in to RPM Rock and Pop Mandolin. My name is Mike DeJong, and this is your site for learning classic rock songs on the Mando. Classic rock songs like that Beatles tune from 1965 written by John Lennon called You've Got to Hide Your Love Away. A really nice acoustic guitar song originally, but works perfectly on the mandolin with those nice open chords. There's even a few cool little licks in this song that you can play as well. You can play the solo from the end, which is done by some kind of horn. Might be a French horn, I'm not really sure, but you can play that on the mandolin as well. And I'm going to show you all of that in today's lesson. But before we get into the Beatles song, I'd love to ask you to subscribe to this channel once again if you haven't already. If you have, thank you very much for your support. We really appreciate it. But maybe you're new here, or maybe you haven't yet. Hit that subscribe button, that little red tab down in the lower right corner. If you haven't, please do. It really helps us to build this channel and to continue producing videos like this one for you in the future. But now, with no further ado, let's dive into this Beatles classic from 1965, You've Got to Hide Your Love Away for mandolin. Okay, everybody, we've zoomed in for the Beatles, You've Got to Hide Your Love Away, a fun song to play and a fun rhythm to play. It's actually a song that's in, well, maybe a little bit of an unusual rhythm for you if you're a beginner. It's in 6/8 time, which means it kind of has a little bit of a kind of a waltzy sort of rhythm to it, or waltzy sort of flavor to it. So you've got to learn that strumming pattern. It's not a straight 4/4 pattern anymore in this song. So this is why this song is a really good one for beginners or intermediate players to work on their rhythmic chops, their right-hand strumming technique. All right, so first let's look at the chords to You've Got to Hide Your Love Away. Starts off with this pattern, basic cat pattern, and I'm using open chords again down at the bottom end of the mando. You can use closed chords if you want, but I find the open chords sort of replicate that acoustic guitar sound much better than playing the closed chords over here, right? Okay, so let's start off with a G chord to a D chord, right? G, D. Then your next chord is an F, and then back to G. All right, so I'm playing the G here, second fret of the A string, third fret of the E string, and then I'm playing the D there, of course, the standard D voicing on those two frets, low and high. And then the F chord goes like that, right, from the fifth note of the G string and the third note of the D string, open A, and the F note right up here, first fret of the E string, right? So there's your F chord. And the rhythm is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. All right, so it's G, D, F to G. And the next part is a C, F to C. So the next part after he does that opening bit, he goes C, F, C, G, D, F, G, C, D. So watch what I'm doing here. G, D, F, G, C, F, C. And I'm playing those C chords with the closed voicings here, just because they seem to go nicely with that F chord. You can leave your ring finger in place here on the fifth fret of the G string when you play that. So F to C, F to C. That way you're only changing these two fingers over here, right? So once again, so actually the first time I use an open C, and then I go to the F, and then the second time I go to the closed C. Whatever, that's just the way that I play it. It seems to work a little nicer for me. Maybe you want to go back to the open C yourself. That's up to you. This is just the way that I played. You can do it both ways. And that little walk down part is cool. I'll show you. It goes like this. Okay, so what did I do there? Well, it's just the same part for the most. The first part is the same as the C part that I showed you before, right? C to F, right? But this time it goes C to F, back to C, and then D, a D chord. From the D chord, I do a little... All right, so you've gone D chord. I'll show you this part once again. So you C chord, F, C, D. So that's all after the D chord. You can come here to the C note, 5th fret of the G string, the B note, which is the 4th fret, the A note, 2nd fret, and then to a G chord. So one more time on that part. Let's look at the chorus part here. It goes... Alright, so what am I doing there? Well, I'm playing with a little G pattern here, a little G scale that goes over these chords. You've got to hide your love away. Hey, you've got to hide your love away. So those chords are G, you've got to, C, hide your love away, D sus4, D sus4, D sus2 or D9, back to D. All right, so that's just using those notes off the E string, right, over D chord. That's a D sus4, a D sus2, back to a D, like that. And the little melody notes are G, A, B, D, C, G, E, D. Once again, G, A, B, D, C, G, E, D. And finally, there's a little horn part off the end of the song that you could play on the mandolin if you want to use a little bit of tremolo on it. It goes... Okay, so what am I doing there? Well, I'm hitting the trem on the G note first, and then to the A, and then an E, and then down to the B. So I'll just do it single notes here. So you want to go really quickly, so, and then so G, A, E, B, G, right? Then G, A, G, D, C, little walk down. Same thing again. Then instead of walking down, they just go C, C, D. So once again, G, A, E, B, G, G, A, G, D, C, B, A, G. And a little bit of vibrato off the end on that final D note. And that's the Beatles, You've Got to Hide Your Love Away for a mandolin. A really fun song to play. Lovely acoustic song from the Fab Four that I know you will enjoy playing. Thanks very much for tuning in to today's lesson. Once again, if you haven't hit that little red subscribe button down there in the lower right corner, way down there, please hit that on your way out. And thank you very much if you've already done that before. Sorry to keep pestering you, but more subscribers helps us to build this channel and to really continue to provide videos for you on songs like this Beatles classic. So thanks again for watching RPM Rock and Pop Mandolin. My name is Mike DeJong and I'm broadcasting from Tokyo, Japan.